Myself Adres Kumar. I am from KME School of Architecture. I am here by dealing the topic mud as a mainstream construction material in present scenario. This paper is an attempt to investigate the potential of mud as a sustainable material in the context of Kerala. So let's start our research based on the context of Kerala. Through this research, there is the approach to studying mud architecture, forming the basis for construction methods. So reverting to mud and reviving its historical style, making it the prevailing method of construction is a matter of great importance. What sort of alternation are required to make mud equally or more compatible with other construction materials? How to find out the problems that are associated with mud construction and whether it can be used to help meet the requirements of present day construction. So these are the factors have to be found out in this research. The aim is to investigate the reasons behind the decline of the popularity of mud houses in Kerala. For that, we have to understand its use, advantages, and properties of construction, and also have to evaluate its acceptability as a building construction material. For that, we have to conduct interviews, surveys, post occupation surveys, and cost comparison, etc., for finding out what are the reasons behind the decline of mud. My study is limited to selected mud block houses of experts in Kerala who practice in mud construction with a less than 15,000 square feet and constructed in between year 2003 to 2019, and obviously it belongs to the context of Kerala. Mud can be divided into three, like mud for masonry walls, mud as a mortar, and mud stabilization. Mud can be used either in the form of building blocks or can be applied directly into the walls. So the prevailing common techniques are rammed techniques, cob techniques, wetland daub, adobe, and the new innovative techniques are compressed earth blocks and SMB. Whereas rammed earth technique is the cheapest way to build buildings. It merely considered as a suitable construction technique, which uses only whatever available in the site. But the labor cost is a bit high compared to other techniques. According to a study conducted based on the compressive strength of the cement stabilized rammed earth walls, shows that laterite soil stabilized with 6% cement can be used as a wall material for single-story houses in tropical climate. The selection of construction techniques depends mainly upon different factors, such as the availability of suitable mud for each method, availability of skilled labor, transportation facilities, and climatic conditions. Rammed earth walls gives priority to strength rather than cob walls, which are mainly used for aesthetic purposes than functionality. Wetland dog construction are mainly used in earthquake-prone areas. So, applying the suitable soil and proper method of stabilization it is possible to construct two-story buildings with rammed earth technique and two or more stories with compressed earth blocks. Fiber reinforced in rammed construction is suitable for improving durability and strength. There are lots of studies have been conducted on the feasibility of using fibers as reinforcements in mud construction. Some have investigated on the feasibility of fiber reinforced mud brick as a building material and found that fibers distributed randomly possess more strength than those in both directions. Mortars were used traditionally for a longer period of time. Later on, cement and lime mortars came to be used conventionally. While lime mortars gave better finish to the walls, cement mortars gave greater strength and durability. Some experts also investigated the compressive strengths and elastic properties of stabilized mud mortar machinery using cement mortar, cement soil mortar, cement lime mortar, and concluded that an increase in the cement content of a cement soil mortar from 10 to 50% can result in the increase of 20% in the machinery strength. Compared to other conventional plasters, mud possesses a special property of breathability, which is an important aspect in any wall system. If the resistance to water penetration and termite attack is properly ensured, then mud is the most suitable material for healthy living. Some experts made a study on the use of cactus in mortars and concrete Then that catches extract increases the plasticity of the mortar and improves water's resistance and frees salt resistance. Plastering the concrete with this extract has also shown improved water resistance. Mud wall can also be plastered with cactus or similar cellulose extracts to improve water resistance without damaging the breathability of the walls. So this is a major solution for controlling water penetration and termite attack. And another new innovation in this field is non-edible mud, that is NEM plaster. CBRI Roorkee conducted experiments on the effectiveness of NEM plaster. And they said that it consists of 40 to 45% of sand, 20 to 25% of clay, and remaining silt or loam, to which they added wheat straw, and then bitumen, and 10.5 liters of kerosene oil for every cubic meter of dry soil. The bitumen presence makes the mortar flexible. This is effective in checking the termite attack. The plastered wall will have a black dot appearance of bitumen. And also the plastering can be done with activated carbon, low-dung, and fenugreek seeds, which is easily available locally. Mud walls constructed using rammed techniques gives a rough texture on removing the formwork. Later, smooth plastering was done to ensure smoothing. So according to literature review, mud is a versatile, compatible and sustainable material for construction. Yet there is a scope for detailed scientific study on mud as a construction material. We have to find out the comfort level. What are the aspects that are taken by the great experts to bring back the old tradition? So what are the measures used by experts in order to overcome the termite attack and cracking? And the literature review and then conducted the interviews with selected experts practicing mud, mainly G. Shankar, P.K. Srinivasan, P. Aravind, and Eugene Pandala. A questionnaire survey was conducted. This was followed by case studies of their projects, which was followed by analysis, documenting the other aspects such as materials, techniques, and maintenance. And also a similar questionnaire survey was conducted among the inhabitants of the mud houses to check their comfort level and problems, if any, while residing in these houses. After the comparative analysis, the estimation of low-cost mud houses with appropriate conversion houses has been done to understand the cost comparison between these two houses. Even though the four experts are from different fields, they do have a common methods, like they either use cement or lime for stabilization, they were used natural fibers for reinforcement, and cement, lime and mud for plastering. They all said that the major drawback for mud houses is that erosion and termite attack. We already found a solution for controlling them in literature review part. The mud, when properly stabilized and reinforced, can overcome its drawbacks and can function as an excellent building material. More economy can be achieved from that. So then let's move on to the case studies. For case studies, the cost was reduced to much extent, and also the stabilization was done with cement and reinforcement was done with ice. And outer walls were left unplastered, the inner walls were plastered with NEM plaster, and also one is used with interlock bricks, the other is with rammed techniques. The walls are left and unplastered. They used much effort to control the cost. Stabilization was done with 5% cement to check water penetration. And also lot of ventilations and jolly bags are given for proper air circulation. According to inhabitant response, the mud houses consist of natural thermal insulation, positive energy and humidity control. They felt these three main points while residing in the mud houses. According to cost comparison, the mud houses from the olden times like 2004-2005 is much lesser compared to the mud houses that is constructed in present times because of the lack of laborers. And also the material cost of conventional houses is much high in present times than compared to mud houses. That is a positive point for mud construction. In mud houses, the labor cost is very high, almost 50% of the total cost, and in case of conventional houses, the material cost is almost 75% of the total cost. Because of the easily availability of the materials and easily availability of the labor, And transportation, people are opted by conventional houses rather than mud houses because of the lack of skilled laborers. Point of literature review, the raw mud has to be properly stabilized with traditional, conventional or artificial stabilizers which are reinforced with either natural or artificial fibers to get strength and durability. In case of expert suggestions, any burnt material is unsuitable for building construction. It should be breathable. Stabilization with 5% cement is enough to make the mud wall strong and resistant to termite attack and water penetration. Case studies: Kerala prefer stabilized interlocking mud blocks than rammed technique because they are easy procurement, good finish, greater strength and durability. Even though it is costly, it requires less cement and sand and also helps decrease energy consumption. And in case of cost comparison, most of the customers prefer to leave the walls unplastered in order to extra the beauty and reduce labor cost. And also it reveals that 20 to 25% of economy can be achieved with mud walls when compared with brick walls with cement plastering. So it is concluded that there are some positive aspects of mud. That is, it is environment friendly, it provides a thermal comfort, it is good for health, and it is economical. Mud is a fresh, unpolluted material which is processed zero energy. 20 to 25% of economy in structure can be achieved with mud buildings. It keeps the house warm in winter and cool in summer. Due to the unique property of breathability, the positive energy is felt by inhabitants residing in mud houses. Social factors and technological factors led to a decline of mud houses in Kerala. Hence, there are measures has to be taken to overcome the situation. Based on the nature of the soil and client's choice, a suitable technology may be adopted for the mud building. The soil should be selected after conducting proper field test. Depending on the soil composition, proper stabilization has to be done. The construction of mud building has to be carefully planned so as to avoid too wet, too dry climate. The construction using interlocking mud blocks presents a neat finish. For other technologies, smooth plastering with mud can be done. At least one skilled mason should be there to supervise the entire work. While erecting the rammed framework, care should be taken to keep the alignment vertical. Thus, it is concluded that the potential of mud as a construction building material is undoubtful and immense, provided that it should be promoted and practiced with prime importance given to the concept of sustainable development. Thank you.